I've come out to the woods, a natural pine forest, just to look for like a hammock camp, day camp, just out in the woods, enjoying nature. Just heading up to the ridge and seeing if I can find a lovely spot to put my hammock before settling down, making camp, and just enjoying myself without doing a 20-mile trek. I'm looking for a bit of a stealth camp in the pine forest, and I'm getting into the cloud area. I can already feel the moisture. So the top of the ridge, very steep either side, so it's not that easy to put the hammock up. I think if I use these two trees here, over these two, this one should be 1, 2, 3, 4, that will be perfect. It's actually a lovely spot. It's totally hidden. I'm over the ridge, no one can see me here. Clouds sweeping in now, so I've lost the view of T-Day. It's really weird, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like very, very fine rain. Yeah, it's the old favourite when it becomes a bit of a sail. I've got this in case I go too far. Got the bug net, but don't really need the bug net. To be honest, I'll take that off. I don't know, there's just something about lying in a hammock in a woodland. I love it, I do. What a way to spend a day. Always bring more clothing when you go out like this into the hills or the forest. So I've got this, takes the chill off. I've also got, you know, with a hammock, you really must have one of these, which is the under quilt, which I'm going to put on now. Otherwise, even, you know, in a climate like this, the chill factor through the material just gets when the wind comes through. It's very changeable, the climate, so suddenly on the hill you have, on this ridge you get quite big winds coming through, and then a bit of rain, and then it settles down like this again. So you can see every now and again you're sitting here having a lovely peaceful time, and suddenly the cloud comes in. Look at this, the cloud's coming in now. There's total fog coming through, getting a real strong breeze. So it's not perfect, but it's something. Tarp tent again, bit of a light shower. At least I'll keep the quilt dry, the bag dries underneath me. Just keep a little bit of the moisture off. A little bit windy. Still part of the adventure. At least it'll keep me dry. And the bag's dry as well. But I should have bought the pegs. And I've got a nice bag of crisps. So I'm not going hungry. Lifting my head above the top. The sun has come out again and the rain is gone. You can see the clouds going over so fast. One of the good things about this one Tigris hammock is that you also get this little layer inside. You can do this up as well, which is quite nice. There you go. So you get this layer inside like this, gives you a bit more insulation. The other thing with this layer on the inside, if you want to, you can just put it right over yourself like this and have a bit of a hip inside it. There you go, so totally covered, like being inside a little tent. If you haven't got a hammock, you know, I really recommend this one. I mean, it's probably a beginner's hammock, but it's lovely quality. It's, well, it's just really nicely made, lovely material. It wasn't so much money, it was like, I think the whole thing with the underquilt, £50 or something. Quite a bit of rain coming down now, so I may have to get the tarp. I'm going to get everything soaked. It goes, it's really starting to come up a bit of a storm now. So, time to batten down the hatches, I think. She's like not really secure it properly, but I feel like I'm going paragliding. Okay, I need to sort of give up this location because I think it's just too crazy. It's not relaxing at all. Good fun, but not relaxing. So I'm going down the hillside. I'm going to find somewhere a little bit more sheltered, not such a crazy climate, hopefully. I think it's a good decision. It's getting worse. So I'm heading down to lower ground, get out the wind. It's so weird on this side of the ridge. It's like bone dry, suddenly very, very warm. No wind, absolutely still. So I'm going to make my way down this side. It's a little bit tricky, as you can see. Don't forget, I'm not following a footpath today, I'm just totally off-piste. So I'll make my way down here. It is very satisfying going off-piste, but you have to be very careful. You need the trekking poles, that's for sure. And you take it very slowly. As you can see, it's very rocky. You check the ground before you put your weight on it. These very green bushes are quite hard because you can't see what's the other side of them. So you have to really watch out because you don't know what's the other side. Is there a big drop there? You don't know. Okay, I made it down that huge hill. Very, very tricky, but managed it. Took my time. Now I've got a nice flat area here. Well, this is more what I had in mind for today. Just relaxing like this. No wind on this side. Just shows you, doesn't it? The spot you pick is so important. So any wild camping in Tenerife, I was going to mention that. It's a bit of a no-no. A lot of the area, well, around T-Day is national park, and they do actually enforce the no camping, no fires and everything else. So haven't seen one today, but I've been out here before when, you know, a helicopter goes over quite regularly actually on the lava flow. A helicopter goes over to check no one's off the footpath basically, and on the lava flows. You should respect their rules, I think. I know as wild campers we tend to push the boundaries, but that's why I'm not doing a wild camp over here. Basically I respect their rules to maintain their country and their property, so no wild camping, but I thought I'd come out and do a day camp today. So this is a little day camp, so at least I've got the hammock out, got in the pine forest. Lovely relaxing time in the pine forest. So I put the hammock away and now heading back home, heading back into the town.